Greetings, Gemini, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. Jumping on in for your energetic past rune, we have the rune Radho. Radho is like being in the now, being present, being in the energetic flow of things. It's being grounded, but always having that one foot forward, following your Wunjo, following your joy, your bliss, what sets your heart on fire, right? Following your F, yeah, right? So Radho is like not staying around the stagnant energies or discordant or abusive sort of energies, but surrendering to that divine flow. So you could have been blessed with this aspect or been confronted with aspects of adapting with it. But this is also indicative of a change of house, spouse, or career, because it's more of like that literal movement, kind of like the Chariot card, where it's very divinely guided and it's like an unstoppable force. Like you can try to put your hand in front of a wave, but the wave's going to hit the shore and it's going to come back and hit the other side of your hand. So like this is calling you to not resist, but to ride along with the energy. So be more now, be present, right? Coming full circle to that being present. And that's been something you were either contended again with or blessed with in your energetic past. Please take what resonates here, Gemini, and leave what doesn't. In your energetic now, very momentum energy. This is more movement. This is but very grounded energy. Again, when the lines go down off of these runes, that's very grounded energy. This is Uruz, the ox. Now, Uruz, the ox, is a very healthy, very naturally vitality, kind of abundant kind of energy. So this is calling in aspects of good health, kind of checking in with ourselves too and balancing out aspects of our health. Not just what we eat or drink, but what energies do we surround ourselves with, right? What do we listen to? What are our thoughts like? What are our habits like? Things like that. What are our practices? Okay, what am I listening to? So Uruz is, again, kind of maybe a little bit slow to go off with, right? When you're surrendering to flow, it could feel either really fast right away or kind of like, oh yeah, nice and la-di-da, and then it gets very like that downward hill momentum, like picture a wild ox running down a hill, how fast it can go. So that is like that unstoppable force, that you kind of feel like you are like super grounded, super in flow, very healthy, vital kind of energy, very driven. So with that, the things that don't resonate with your divinely guided path, that aren't grounded in your path here for you, are kind of being moved out of the way in your energetic future. In your energetic near future here, Gemini, you have this irreversible rune of Hagalaz. Again, very grounded energy, and both of those lines going straight up from the runes, very divinely like guided or mandated type of energies of this being irreversible. This is like a big, like nothing you can avoid here. So what doesn't resonate is being removed from your path, your divinely guided path. So addressing these in healthy, whatever isn't healthy for you, let's just call it that, right? It all depends on how you resonate and how you're surrendering to flow, because you're in a very big kind of a whirlwind kind of energy here. And so this Hagalaz is like the hail rune, is natural disasters, this unintended eventualities. It's not an if, but it's a when. We all have so many of these that happen in our lives without us even being aware. It's when we look at these as happening to us rather than for us, then our ego plays tricks and disguises itself as intuition trying to help us out. When we look at this as happening for us, we see how blessed we are remaining in divine flow in our momentum energies. And so the hail, the natural disaster, will remove whatever isn't meant to be there, so we can rebuild it again after this, so you can plant a better crop, or so we can build a better tower, right? So this is kind of like the tower card in tarot. So take what resonates here, Gemini, leave what doesn't. This isn't a bad thing at all. This is an opportunity for those things to be removed. Now, this could be something as simple as like a car repair or a house repair. It's like one of those unintended eventualities where it's like, well, you know, did I dot that I? Did I cross that T? Did I have enough money saved up for this thing that was a could be? Well, regardless if you're in flow or not, you know, it's going to happen, and it's going to be something that'll fall away from your path naturally, and you'll be able to, if you're adapting to these energies really well, this will be no sweat for you, right? You'll just ride that storm out. So in your influence of the energetic now is a lot of information, a lot of learning, a lot of communication. This is the Rune. This is divine downloads, prophetic dream work, divine gifts. You could be like receiving insights like intuitively big time now. Dreams could be like a lot more vivid for you. Meditation's a lot easier. You could just have like your claircognizance, clairsentience. There's like 6 clairs, right? So one of those could be popping off here for you. You could just be really big into communication right now, giving and receiving communication. This is mostly receiving communication, divine downloads, extreme intuitive insights, maybe even a spiritual gift or ability that's all getting grounded and divinely guided into you, right? So that's a big influential energy. And when you're surrendering to divine flow and you have that momentum going with that, I believe this is you like soaking up like a ton of information, Gemini. If I know you, and I ought to, I'm a Sun and a Venus Gemini. So I really think like you as this communicator, you're going to thrive off of this energy, and it's going to like be really quick. Just be mindful of how you're communicating. Make sure it's still in flow. You're still present with your energies. I know it can be easy to get caught up in the energies, right?
Greetings everyone, I'm Eric with Your Essential Practice, and I just want to interrupt really quickly to thank you for all the likes, comments, and subscriptions. And even if this message does not resonate specifically with you, it may resonate for somebody else, so please go ahead and share that with them if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much, namaste, and let's get right back into your divinely guided rune reading.
Yeah. And just as my advice resonates here, we have the God Ing's rune of Ingwas for your advice for the now, Gemini. So this is another irreversible rune. This is go ahead and plant the seed in the fertile soil, like be you, right? This is divine masculine kind of healing work, where you're responding rather than reacting, right? You're still very grounded, right? Very grounded from the beginning, grounded in receiving that information with gratitude, grounded with your momentum, right? And this is you planting that seed in that fertile soil. So this is a lot of like ego healing work. We're not killing our ego, remember, but this is saying that what you plant now, your fertile soil now, even though you do have hailstorm coming up here, you are still forewarned about this, but I think your crop, your seed is still going to, your fertility moment here, this is like a big, like gaining momentum kind of energy. This isn't you like hitting a brick wall, but I think this is you like being very strong and resolute and kind of like stoic and knowing that you will be able to weather this storm on the horizon, or storm eventually. Like everybody, when we plant a crop, we know that we hope that a storm is going to happen eventually, right? We just hope it isn't a super destructive one like a hailstorm, right? Every farmer wants a little bit of rain, right? So make sure you're nurturing this with that, right? It's a for, it's happening for you, not to you, right? So you can nurture that. So yeah, this is beautiful. For your outcome, Gemini, is the rune Berkana. This is beautiful birch, goddess's rune of beginnings, familial style type of nurturing, like a mother's love kind of energy. This is also very divine feminine kind of energies, like kind of like the Empress card in tarot. So this is beautiful. This is that seed that you planted in the now. Like, that's your advice. Like, go ahead, do that, because you get that beautiful nurturing here, and it's going to be growing. All right, and you already know that what isn't divinely in your path here for you is going to be tested and removed from your life, right? Remain in your presence, in your divine flow, right? Remain in communication with your divine source, right? Remain divinely guided, very healed in your divine masculine, right? Balancing the divine masculine and the divine feminine within all of us. Remember, we have that within all of us, that divine feminine and masculine. And you get to have this beautiful new beginning. Regardless of what happens in the future, I mean, with every new beginning, there's going to be other things that are going to fall away from it, right? Like every time a flower opens, it loses those first little leaves that were protecting the flower, for example. All right, take what resonates here, Gemini, leave what doesn't. I really think this is a big blessing here for you in disguise. And this beautiful beginning that you're going through is really going to determine how much divine masculine healing work you've been doing, how much balancing out and energies you're doing. All right, now we're going to get a card of clarity this week from the Runic Tarot deck. Now, we haven't used a Runic Tarot deck, or a tarot deck for that matter, for a card of clarity for quite a while. So let me know in the comments below how this all resonates here for you today, Gemini. Now, Divine, please show us clearly, what message of clarity does Gemini need to hear for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading? What tarot card does Gemini need to see for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading? What one single card does Gemini need? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we have the Nine of Wands here, and that's all about the reverence for life, recognition of your hard work, right? And that's like the beautiful divine blessings that you're going to be getting here. So I think this is more of like an affirmation here for you. This is knowing that you put in a very long, hard work, a lot of work in your investment for yourself, like a lot of momentum. It's been a long path for you, right? Very big journey for this. So it says to not give up. Okay, release your burdens and push through your stress, Gemini. You're going to make it through whatever this is in your near future, because you're kind of always evolving, right? You're kind of used to the things that don't serve your divinely guided path falling away. Some things aren't meant to work out for you, and some things are. This something that you're in right now is one of those things that's working out for you. So other things that you might have had options, those options can fall away then, which is a blessing. Namaste, Gemini. Have a blessed and abundant week.